What's up, guys? Have you ever wondered what the #1 greatest comic book superhero movie of all time is? Well, immediately you guys are probably going to Dark Knight, Iron Man 1, or Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, yes, all three of those movies are fantastic, but nope. The greatest comic book superhero movie of all time is The Mask. Yes, starring Jim Carrey all the way back from 1994. Some of you now are probably like, how dare you say that The Mask is such a great film that deserves to be the #1 comic book movie of all time? It is the greatest superhero movie of all time, and I'm going to prove it to you today. I'm going to break down the movie by act and by time, utilizing the Marvel algorithm. What? What is this Marvel algorithm that you speak of? Well, I'll actually explain that fully in another video, but in short, every Marvel origin story has 3 acts. In the first act, you have introduction of hero with the learning of powers. Then you have the hero with a burst of, hey, I know how to use my powers, I'm gonna save the day. And finally, the third act is your climax after some exposition. So, now that we have all that out of the way, let me break down why The Mask is the #1 superhero comic book movie of all time. Now, in Iron Man, it took us 36 minutes before we saw the Mach 1 suit. Now, this isn't even the outfit that we know and love. It's not the iconic one. It was just like the big one that he used to get out of the prison. Now, that scene was amazing, but it took us 36 minutes to get to that point. In The Mask, Stanley Ipkiss is very quickly introduced and defined for the audience to understand what kind of character he is. And then 18 minutes into the movie, not only does he have the mask, but he becomes the mask. That is half the time it took for Iron Man to get to his half of a suit. And then from this point, now that he is the mask, we get to see that really fun part of any superhero movie where they get to learn how to use their superpowers. Now remember in Spider-Man 1, you know, the Tobey Maguire one, he finds out he's got these superpowers, but now he has to learn how to use them. So he gets like in a school fight, not on purpose. He winds up catching Mary Jane and catching all the food at the same time. And he's swinging haphazardly through New York, not knowing what he's doing and trusting this little string that came out of his wrist. Well, that's fun. Now in The Mask, he does all of that, but all in under 30 minutes. He turns into the mask, and then we find out how he uses his powers, what he's fully capable of, and he actually takes out some thugs at the same time and addresses that he is a superhero. Now, at this point in time, some of you are saying, oh man, this is a real stretch. He's not a comic book superhero. Well, first off, he dresses he's a superhero. Second of all, it was a comic from Dark Horse. Don't believe me? Here's a picture. See, I told you I was telling the truth. He is a comic book superhero. Now, for any good movie, we have to then progress the story into the second act. Now, for Iron Man, it took an hour and 15 minutes for Tony Stark to finally don the full Iron Man outfit and go out and save the day. So, in the second act of the movie, The Mask, we then see Jim Carrey utilizing his powers. Well, for himself, he robs a bank. He's kind of more of an anti-hero here than a hero, still counts. He also then goes to try to get the girl. And while he's there, we see the iconic yellow suit and some great one-liners like, somebody stop me. Party? P-A-R-T-Y, because we gotta. Anyways, from this point, we actually progress through the rest of the story, get all the exposition out of the way. There's a girl, oh, gotta save the girl, yada, yada, yada. Then we go to the third act of the movie. Now in The Mask, Jim Carrey loses the mask to the bad guy. The bad guy then utilizes the power for himself, and then the hero has to come back and save the day. Hello, this is exactly what happened in Iron Man. Iron Man built his suit using the little nuclear reactor that he has in his chest, and then his daddy figure, boss, buddy, business partner is like, hey, if Iron Man can do it, I can do it too. Let's build a bigger Iron Man suit and use it for evil. Iron Man and The Mask are pretty much the same movie beat for beat, just Mask can do it in 90 minutes versus a 2-hour movie that Iron Man needed. Not saying that Iron Man was bad, just Mask did it faster and more coherently. So far, we've seen The Mask utilize Marvel's algorithm faster and more efficiently than Marvel has done today. Now we go on to an aspect that Marvel has a really hard time with in their movies. The villain. Do you guys remember Malekith from Thor: The Dark World? Try to describe him. He's the bad guy. Okay, it's very difficult. Even Ronan from Guardians of the Galaxy. Try to describe him. Alright, well, he kind of turns on Thanos, the bad guy. They're almost indescribable. It's almost like Marvel doesn't really try when it comes to the villain aspect of a superhero movie. The only good villain they have is Loki. Everyone else is just like this brooding bad guy that's just in the way. In fact, Malekith and Ronan, they had the same exact plan. The whole end of the world thing. Like, hey, I'm gonna destroy this planet. Hey, I'm gonna destroy this planet. 8 minutes into The Mask, we're introduced to our supervillain, Dorian. Now, we see him, he's running a group of people. You obviously can tell that he's up top. He's putting together a bank heist. He's the guy in charge. And then 5 minutes later, after some exposition with Jim Carrey, we go back to Dorian, but this time he's going to see his boss. Now here is where things get really amazing. We're actually going to see character depth and development in our supervillain, which is not something we get in Marvel. Now here in The Mask, Dorian has to talk to his boss, and the boss literally demasculates him, puts him on the ground, puts a little golf ball in his mouth, and swings away at him. Now we've actually seen depth to our villain. We understand why he's driven. We understand that he hates his boss. We know why he wants to progress in the crime world. And all in like 5 minutes, we've described a bad guy. Marvel's gone 2 hours and they can't make a good villain. So the movie's well-paced, better than Marvel movies are today. We actually see our characters with depth and layers and character progression, villains and heroes. This movie is absolutely amazing. If you haven't seen it in a while, go back and watch The Mask. It really is one of the best superhero movies today. In fact, when you really think about it, I keep comparing it to the Iron Man movie. He's a jokester, he's an anti-hero, he breaks the fourth wall constantly. He's Deadpool! Oh my god! If Deadpool utilizes the same formula that The Mask uses and then just add more chimichangas and ass-kickery, well, the Deadpool movie is going to be amazing. Then again, it probably will already be amazing, but this will guarantee it. To think, The Mask was a great Deadpool movie 20 years before we'll even get a Deadpool movie. So this has been my rant on The Mask and why I believe it is the best superhero movie to date. And it really does compare like neck to neck with Iron Man. That's really fascinating. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think of my little theory here in the comments below, or what you think is actually the best superhero movie of all time. And if you guys would like, let me know in the comments if this video gets a bunch of likes. Maybe I'll actually go back and do a video. And I mentioned the Marvel algorithm in this movie. If you guys would like, I will do a video in the future where I break down exactly what the Marvel algorithm is and how Marvel makes each one of their stories, whether it's a sequel or an origin story, and how they all compare together. Because guess what? They're all the same movie. Shh, Marvel doesn't want you to know that. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later. Hey guys, what's up? This is the part of the video where I thank you so much for watching these videos. It really means a lot that you come here and watch them and listen to me rant and then leave your comments and we have little conversations about them. Anyways, I got my new show over here. It's the newest episode of Unpopular Kids. If you haven't seen it already, please go check it out. It would really mean a lot to me. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.